on Southwest Nationals, and I've put out a video or two since I got back, and one of the overwhelming themes is that somehow people think that this is something that I make a ton of money off of, or that I'm sponsored or have some inside track on stuff. And I thought, let me just show you what it takes for the average guy to attend a match like Southwest Nationals. And this is a big match. It's a big commitment. Not every match is this expensive, but this is, arguably one of the top two or three matches in the country every year, and it attracts 300 something shooters. And as with comes with a lot of commitment. Now, I'm not sponsored. There are people out there that are sponsored. There are some people who get some of these fees paid, and I'll talk about that. But let me just show you here. So here's my expenses. My entry fees for the match itself was $260. Now, 200 of that is for the long range, which would be the Thursday, Friday, Saturday match, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday match. 40 of it's for mid range, which was the Wednesday match, and 20 of it was for team, which is the Thursday and part of Saturday match. So $260 total just for entry fees. My airfare, because I flew, was $550 round trip. Now I booked well ahead of time, and I'm pretty good at finding deals. But this was pretty fair, round trip fare. The extra fees that I paid was $100 each way for my extra gun because it was an oversized bag. So on top of the 550 was another 200. So total airfare was 750. A rental car I split with two other guys. It was about $900 for a whole week of a truck, but three of us were able to share it, so $300. And again, keep in mind, all of this is for a 7-day total match, because by the time I flew down, practice day, mid-range, all that stuff, it was 7 days of travel. Food I got really lucky on. So I spent about $150 on food. Now, 70 of that was me buying some Lunchables for every day, and then some yogurt and some Jimmy Dean sandwich stuff for breakfast, so relatively cheap. Dinner, one of the guys that stayed with us was incredibly kind and had brought a ton of wild game with him. So we did steaks one night, we did stew one night, we did chili one night, we did salads. So dinners were largely paid for because one of the guys in my house was generous enough to bring stuff. We went out a couple nights and, a couple splurges here or there. Food definitely could have been more expensive than the 150, so I got off pretty lucky there. Ammo, here's something that people don't think about when you attend a match like this. Now, I took 420 something rounds. I only shot 340, so that's all I expensed. And if you look over here, I broke down my ammo cost. So at roughly $350 a jug for powder, which is what I pay when I can find it, you're looking at 32 cents per round. My bullets are 65 cents a piece. My primers are 10 cents. And if I base my Lapua brass on 6 firings, which admittedly I can probably get more than 6, but 6 is a safe number, I'm at 23 cents per piece of brass, which means each round costs me $1.30 each time I fire it. So 340 rounds was $442 worth of ammo. My housing I shared with four other guys. We did an Airbnb that was $560 each. Or no, I shared it with 3 other guys. So no, it was 4. So there was 5 of us total. The house was like $2,800 or something. And so that's 560, which, seems expensive, but when you think about it, for 7 days, if I'd been in a hotel, even a cheap hotel is 80 or $90. So it would have been the same price just for a cheap hotel. And let me tell you, getting a house is way better. You have a garage for space. You've got, better accommodations. You don't have people staring at you every time you're wheeling guns down a hallway, stuff like that. I did buy a Southwest National shirt, which is $15. It does get you entered into a random drawing at the end of the match on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, but I just wanted a shirt anyway. And then I paid a buddy of mine $80 to transport. I bought 8 barrels while I was down there. Every year or every big match like Southwest Nationals and Nationals, there's a representative, usually from Bartlett and somebody from Brooks, that comes down with barrels, and you can save a few bucks. In this particular case, normally a Brooks barrel cost me $340. Because I buy them there, they're $310. So I'm saving, $30 a piece. I bought 8 barrels. So, I saved a decent amount of money and then paid a buddy to throw them in the back of his truck and drive them home. So that was $80. So you can see total expenses, like that's not a cheap match to attend. And I'm sure I left out some small incidental stuff here or there. I split on gas money. So that was maybe another $50 or something, so there's things in there that could definitely add to this. So that's a lot of money to attend a match, and I don't get any of this covered. Now there are people who are sponsored who get, some of their ammo costs. They're sponsored by, a powder company or bullet company, whether it's Berger, Sierra, Hornady, whatever. So they might get some deferred costs here. There are a few of the teams who, might get some subsidy for housing a little bit or for some of their entry fees. So there are a handful, and I'm telling you, it's a very small handful of guys who are in that group who get any of this stuff subsidized at all, and it's not a lot of money. But I pay full price just like everybody else, and that has me in for nearly 2,600 bucks to attend a match like this. Now, what do you get out of that? Well, usually not a whole lot. You go for the experience, you go to try to win for, some pride and to hang out with your friends. I got pretty lucky, and I will tell you, this is an exception. So there's a daily random drawing that they do. There's usually about 10 or 12 prizes. Out of the 300 something people, they draw about 12 or 15 names a day. So over 5 days or 4 days, maybe a sixth of the people who attend have a chance to win something. I got really lucky, got my name drawn, and was able to get a free stock from Dima. So that's like a $650 value. Very, very, I will tell you, I probably got the top prize uh, of the day, if not the week. And it's just dumb luck. There's a table of stuff. It's first come, first serve when they call your name. I saw the certificate, so I grabbed it. But there were other things like some free ammo boxes and rear bags that were donated by different companies, Kelbley and Dima and Sierra, and they've PMA. There's some different stuff that's donated. But again, I got really, really lucky. The shirt drawing. So I was lucky enough. They draw 10 names out of all the shirts that are bought. You win $100. So I won $100. Fourth place finish got me $15. First place gets you, I think, $500. So, there's a pretty big disparity between first place and fourth place in terms of the payout. As part of fourth place finish, I also got 3 boxes of Berger bullets, which is worth about $180. So you can see here, about $195 for fourth place, which, hey, I'm not going to complain about. It's better than nothing. And at least I got, almost my entry fees returned for getting fourth place. But I know people expect that, for a match like this, it probably pays out better. And honestly, it just doesn't. Um, and then there were a couple other daily finishes, where I was like fourth high master or third high master or fifth high master. And they sort of lumped that together, and that was another $25. So you can see, even with this $650 stock that I won, I brought home $970. And this is technically a business for me, so I have to write that off or count that as expenses or income. So I have this for expenses and this for income. And these are just the real world numbers. Now, it's obviously a lot less when I go to local matches, but you have to think about things like ammo. Like, this doesn't change. If I attend a match that's 120 rounds, that's still 150, 180 bucks worth of ammo every time I go to a weekend match. I still usually have to pay gas. I have to pay housing. There's entry fees. Like, it's not cheap shooting matches, and I know it's no better or possibly worse for PRS, although I know PRS does pay out a lot better. It has a lot more viewership and a lot better, vendor sponsors, and there's definitely a better payout in the PRS side than F class. But consider this is one of the best matches out there, and this is what it pays out. And I think fifth place. I don't even know if fifth place got anything, to be honest. They might have gotten a box of bullets or something. I can't say for sure, but out of 134 F open shooters, this is what it pays out. So, I guess the only other thing I should add in is that you do normally get, as part of your entry fee, there is like a banquet that they do where it's catered and it's sort of just galley food, and it's not bad. This particular year, you got 2 coupons to the chuck wagon that they have there for a hamburger or something. So that's $20 worth of food there, which did help defer my cost of food up here as well. So anyway, I just thought you guys might want to see what the real world looks like to attend a giant match like this, and you know it just is what it is, right? I mean, this is the sport that we love, and it's definitely not like golf where maybe you lose a couple golf balls along the way. I mean, at minimum, you're blowing hundreds of dollars in ammo just to attend. So, it's not something that's sustainable long term. for most people, including myself. I don't know. Everything keeps getting more expensive. So we keep doing what we do. We keep finding ways to cut corners when we can. And, if you guys have questions, hit me up in the comments below. But thought you guys would like to see this. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a great day.